As a fan of shoujo manga, I've read my fair share of the typical high school romance, from the forever will they won't they drama of Nisekoi and the absolute garbage fire that was my guilty pleasure, Domestic Girlfriend.
Know your fucking place, trash!
Out of everything I've ever read and watched, nothing has compared to the anime and manga that is Horimiya.
Izumi.
Hi. Hori-san?
Now, you may notice in this new season that Horimiya has just been climbing the charts with the record for the highest grossing anime romance debate, which, well done, that was amazing. Horimiya is just one of those rom-com and anime that manages to do what others can't, the seemingly impossible. It maintains the atmosphere of a typical rom-com show, while keeping the viewer engaged in the drama and caring about the characters and their relationships. Shocker, guys, not every romance does this. I am looking at 90% of shoujo. It does this by maintaining and nurturing the age-old saying, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey, and turns it into the whole central theme of the story. We all know who's going to end up with who, and despite this we continue to enjoy the trivial moments. Seeing these two characters, Hori and Miyamura, from two opposite spectrums of the high school life, finding solace and comfort in each other, showing that nice guys don't always finish last. The story starts out with Kyouko Hori, the typical popular girl, and the meek, distant Izumi Miyamura, becoming intertwined with each other after a fateful meeting between the two. This lays both of their hidden selves bare to each other, and they find solace and comfort in the reality that is their identities. Even though she's the popular girl at school, Hori has little time to socialize with her friends due to housework and taking care of her brother. On the other hand, Miyamura lives under the noses of his peers, his body bearing secret tattoos and piercings that make him look like a delinquent, while in reality, he is a literal cinnamon roll. If you look at the dictionary definition of cinnamon roll, Miyamura is going to pop up. Through this interaction, they slowly develop a relationship. Miyamura becomes involved with Hori's life and finds a place in her home, and a place in her heart, as she finds a place in his. What Horimiya presents is these two interesting and nuanced characters in a situation where they are forced to confront each other's hidden sides and build a relationship from that vulnerability and trust. And we as the audience are taking along to see this relationship grow and flourish. It unveils the journey with something that many typical shoujo manga fail, and that is organic intimacy. The love is never forced on them or thrown at us like some idiots. The seed is placed and the author allows it to grow organically with the necessary nutrients and space it needs. With each interaction they nurture the seed into the flower that is Horimiya. And during the relationship, they develop not only as a couple, but as characters with their own arcs and traits that make us emotionally invested in them, just as emotionally invested we are in their relationship. Miyamura, through Hori, is introduced to a world bigger than he imagined, and to people he had never met. Through her support and acceptance, he learns to come out of his shell, not the closet, out of his shell. He makes friends with Hori, and those friendships grow into not needing the support of Hori, into friendships he can call his own. Miyamura is given a wonderful and engaging character arc that develops alongside the romance, and it never feels rushed or too slow. Just like life, he is constantly going for this arc, and although the major character moments come when he cuts his hair and allows the world to see him for him, it doesn't stop there. He is put in situations where he must overcome his insecurities, and little by little reveals himself for who he truly is, a caring and confident person. As he grows, he complements the arcs of other characters he calls friends, and the relationship him and Hori share. Miyamura even gets his own version of the boys. Hori, through Miyamura, learns the importance of her role in her household as the glue that keeps her family together. He comes in bringing the light to a rather dull second life and cements a place in her beautiful home. He is someone who sees the true Hori and loves her even more for that. He didn't fall for the persona she puts up at school, but the tough as nails big sister and daughter of the Hori household. The Hori who gives love and acceptance to everyone. The tough girl who loves horror movies. Hori, through Miyamura, is shown a whole new light of her role, the good it does, and the family she has helped build up. She then takes her traits and makes her the Hori that Miyamura fell in love with and blends them with the Hori her friends see. As the story progresses, she begins becoming the Hori that is both confident, perfect student, and the tough as nails big sister. She learns to not be so hard on herself and let her guard down, embracing the safety of her friend group and allowing a beautiful vulnerability. Their character arcs are treated as individual stories of their own, intertwined with the overarching narrative that is their relationship. Their relationship is not only treated with intimacy, but with maturity. The author understands that relationships are fluid and can be fast-track dramas and slow burners at the same time. And the author never fails at showing both spectrums and shifting between the two ends of an organic and fluid flow. Miyamura and Hori have days where they just sit under a futon, unable to get the strength to shake themselves from the trance. And then there's days where they get into fight over common misunderstandings, like Miyamura talking to an upperclassman, or their own character faults like Hori's attitude or Miyamura's anxiety. Their relationship is real and treated with the delicacy and respect that a normal teenage romance is. Feelings are all over the place and they haven't entered the bigger part of the world yet. So their life is their school, their relationship, their friends, and the general pains of being a teenager. When I read Horimiya for the first time, I found myself in awe at the captivating and beautifully crafted story that I was privileged to read. I remember I stayed up that night at my friend's house, just being pleasantly taken along the ride that was the relationship of Horimiya, feeling the warmth of Hori's home and relating to Miyamura and feeling a part of his friend group. Despite the uncertainty, Hori and Miyamura have their relationship. Horimiya proved to be this incredibly unique, light-hearted and sweet read. The interactions between not only Hori and Miyamura but also the rest of the cast felt so natural and often caused me to either grin or chuckle. I was able to see my friends in these characters and even myself. The frequent jab at Miyamura's extreme aversion of horror movies or Hori's aggressiveness never failed to bring out a laugh for me. This manga did a superb job of balancing a carefree atmosphere with moments that gave me toothaches from how sweet they were. Horimiya did something that other shoujo manga failed to, and that was treat a normal teenage relationship as a normal teenage relationship. The manga and the anime kicks the normal shoujo cliches over and dramatic attention to the side and stands firmly atop the flood of high school romances that get published so often. It brought new hope for a genre I had so much love for, and I just longed for more and more chapters just to see these pleasant moments play out. And with that said, it pains me to say that this beautiful story I had the privilege of finding by accident one summer night to being the centerpiece of the previous anime season has approached its end, as news broke that as of 18th March the last chapter would be released, bringing the critically acclaimed anime series to its well-deserved conclusion. With the character arcs of our titular characters having reached their climatic ends and high school ending the book, the story is closed in Horimiya, with the journey finally coming to an end. The latest chapter only proving the central theme with Miyamura looking back on his journey with Hori, and what could have happened if they never met, telling himself how glad he was that he was able to meet her and his friends. With the manga ending and the anime having its acclaimed debut, I see no other perfect opportunity to talk about my love for this beautiful series. Although sad to see the story come to an end, I'm glad for the journey that this story presented to me and the characters I've grown so close to. To me, this was a perfect ending. So farewell to Horimiya, my favorite shoujo. Hey guys, it's Pro Weeb. I hope you enjoyed this video and what I had to say about Horimiya as a manga. That manga was so close to me, and I'm so glad that I got to speak about it on Pro Weeb. If you have not watched or read Horimiya, I really do suggest you do. You will not be disappointed. Anyway, weebs, I hope you have a good day. Remember to wash your hands and wear a mask. Anyway, weeb out.